Big men allow you to compete, and that's really just so true. You know, the O-line and the D-line, I believe in the hog molly.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another edition of Call Him Hog Molly Offensive Line Analysis. I am Matt Genentino, and this is presented by Empire Sports Media. Again, you guys can follow me at MattG_ESM on Twitter, and it's MattG_ESM on Twitter, so follow me on there. All my content, I'm posting a lot of offensive line stuff. We'll be breaking down a ton of offensive linemen. Aside from the Giants, we'll be breaking down all the time. And then going into the 2021 draft, we'll be breaking down a lot of guys there as well. So that's super excited. Stay tuned for that. Today we're going to go into the 5th round pick for the New York Giants at 150 overall, Shane Lemieux, the left guard out of Oregon. Guys, let me tell you, I am super excited about this pick for the Giants. A really great pick who I think can transition to center for the Giants. And make a good impact for years to come on this offensive line. To be honest with you guys, he is everything you want in a hog molly. He's aggressive, he's tough, he's nasty, he's a big body. And I'm going to go over some stats and some comps I like for him, and we're going to break down the film. He's a 2-time captain at Oregon. He's about 6'4", 310 pounds. He ran a 5.11 at the 40. Today we're going to break down Shane's film against the University of Washington, which some scouts say is his worst film. And guys, I like to break down the worst film of guys because basically I want to just see them at their worst. Some of the things that scouts have said about him is he does have stiff hips. When he's out in front at the second level, he tends to lack some length and lock on guys at the second level. He's best in a gap and power scheme, which the Giants definitely will be doing this year with Jason Garrett and Mark Colombo on that offensive line. He's not the most flexible guy. He's not super flexible. I like to compare him to a Richie Incognito and Eric Wood combo. So Eric Wood was that center from the Buffalo Bills for all those years, and of course Richie Incognito with the Dolphins and the Raiders. Just a mauler, road grader, big dude. So those are some things I like to compare him to, some guys. He had 52 career starts at left guard for Oregon. This season he played 935 snaps for the Ducks. That's 98%. He was second team All-American in 2019 with 51 knockdowns, allowing 1 sack, 3 quarterback hits on 497 pass attempts. Pro Football Focus rated him at a 75.3, and that made him the 23rd best guard in the country, left or right guard. All right, guys, so we're going to start breaking down this film, and we're going to get right into it. Okay, guys, so here we go. We have Shane Lemieux. He's going to be right here. Okay, he's the left guard, number 68 for the Ducks. Fittingly, he will wear number 66 for the New York Giants, just like Mario Lemieux, no relation. But here we are. We're going to see him on a pass set. All right, and let's see how he does. We'll break it down in slow-mo, guys, all right? So here he comes. A little late out of his stance, but he's picking up the blitzer. But he's aware of that. His head is up. That's nice. He's really patient and congruent in his sets. Get a nice hand on him. Really nice job. The pass rusher looks like he's in 7th grade compared to Shane Lemieux with that, all right? So he's patient with his feet. Nice punch, 1-2, and he stays in front of him, shows good feet and balance. Really like what I see out of Shane Lemieux. Great job. All right, guys. Shane Lemieux is going to be right here. All right, left guard. All right, he's going to be pulling, and he's going to be kicking out this end. Okay, so what we're looking for is we want him to attack the inside shoulder of this defensive end. All right, so on the snap of the football, Shane comes down nice and flat. All right, attacks the inside here, gets his head inside. Really nice job. That's exactly what we're looking for. Okay, and another really cool thing about what Shane does, which a lot of guys struggle with, is he gets low. He sinks his hips right here. All right, he gets the hat inside, really nice. Now he just kind of stops his feet on contact here. He does his job, which is great, but now I just want to see him roll the hips, get low, roll the hips, and drive him this way. Okay, so if he kind of stops him there on contact, all right? And I'm not looking for a knockdown, but sink the hips, drive, okay? Still a good job, got the block done. I'm just saying it's something to correct and work towards at the next level. Okay, guys, here we go. So, Shane Lemieux right here on this next play. This is going to be an RPO, okay, and what Oregon is going to do here is they're going to read this defender, okay? Justin Herbert is going to read that defender. He has the option to, if he comes up, he's going to pass the ball. If this defender sits back, they're just going to hand the ball off, so it's an RPO. All right, so let's watch Shane Lemieux here. All right, so here he is. Okay, this play is going to result in a touchdown, but it's actually not the best job by Shane Lemieux. Okay, because let's just say, argument's sake, that number 30, the linebacker who we pointed out earlier, who's right here, if he drops back into coverage and he takes on this tight end, okay, now they have to hand the ball off, and Shane Lemieux's guy would be making the tackle. All right, so let's look at it. So initially, Shane Lemieux, once again, right here, let's take a look at his steps. Okay, nice step, really nice step. Now get upfield. Okay, his hands are a little wide here. Okay, and he gives up kind of his inside edge here. All right, we see this. So now the defender could come right here. All right, and kind of olays him. And again, if this linebacker would have dropped back, they have to hand the ball off, and this is a loss. Okay, so it's a loss run if this needs to get handed off. So Shane Lemieux is nice angle here. Now get upfield, get vertical, and protect this inside gap. Now, Jake Hansen, who's the center, could have given him a hand. That would have been nice, but that's not always going to happen. He needs to get on this. Let me just change my marker. He needs to just get on this play side shoulder right here, okay? And he needs to drive him up the field and get vertical. Okay, he's 2 out in front, all right? Over his toes, he gets olayed. Bad center of gravity, all right? Although it leads to a touchdown, which seems like a nice play, something to work on for Shane Lemieux. All right, guys, here he is, Shane Lemieux, left guard. Let's see how he does on another pass set here. All right. He's going to set. Nice set, drops his hips, okay? Gives up a little bit of an edge here, okay? So everything else is pretty good, but I'll tell you where he loses it. So, nice set, good and patient, like it. Right there, sinks his hips because the guy's a little bit lower than him here, okay? So about right there, he's going to turn and give an edge, all right, which isn't the best, all right? And in the NFL, I think that guys are going to be a little bit more bendy, all right? And they're going to be able to kind of turn this corner here and rip through and kind of be a little quicker on him. So he has to be careful that he doesn't open up the gate here, all right? So he's nice until right there. See how he turns, guys? All right, so he's nice and symmetrical to the line. All right, his front foot, his post foot, which is his right foot here. Okay, so take a look at this foot here. He's going to basically turn it, and it's no longer square to the line of scrimmage. Okay, which turns his shoulders, which opens up the gate, as we like to say. All right, guys, here he is, Shane Lemieux, once again. All right, left guard. Let's see how he does. It's going to be a run block. Okay, and this is exactly the kind of run block that we're going to see him execute as a center and see how he does. So it's pretty interesting. It is a nice play for Oregon, but not the best rep for Shane Lemieux. Okay, so it's a nice run. Okay, nice run, gets the nice first down. Okay, we see that, fantastic. But now let's play it back and let's watch Shane Lemieux a little bit closer here. Okay, so you guys saw it a little bit. All right, here comes Shane. He's going to come down on this defensive tackle here. All right, with a zone left step. All right, and what happens right here? His hands are a little too low, okay, and a little too wide, okay? So here we see the defender right here. Okay, his hands are on him. His hands are already inside Shane Lemieux's chest plate. Okay, that's a negative right there. Now Shane Lemieux gets his hands outside, okay, and now he loses leverage. And a defensive tackle now gets his hands up, creates a separation, okay? Now it's a good job by Shane Lemieux to keep fighting. Okay, but now he's turned him a little bit. All right, it's a good job by Penei Sewell right here, who we're going to talk about in 2021 as one of the best offensive tackles in the class, of turning his guy to create the lane here. But if that doesn't happen, Shane Lemieux has lost this rep. So it's a good step. Okay, he comes out nice. His hands are too wide. The defensive tackle gets his hands inside him and turns him. But Shane does a good job of just keep fighting on his block. Okay, that's the one positive. He doesn't give up. Shane Lemieux's nasty. He's going to keep fighting. Okay, but right there he loses the rep. It's already lost, and he's screwed. Defensive tackle gets his hands inside, turns him, works laterally. That's a pretty good rep by that D tackle, although he doesn't make the play at all. All right, guys, here we go. So now we're in the third quarter of this game. All right, Shane Lemieux is going to be right here. All right, that's his backside. All right, and we're going to see him come off the ball. A little slow here. Okay, does a nice job here. I love this block. Okay, so here's a little bit more positive from Shane Lemieux. Aside from his pass sets, which we've seen today are pretty decent, he does a nice job on this double team, getting up to the second level. He gives a hand to Hansen, the center, right here. All right, he's going to give a nice hand. All right, one negative here, he turns a little too much. You see how his shoulders are facing this way? All right, I'd like to see him a little bit more square this way and keep his shoulders square, but that's still a nice job. He realizes it. He gets up to the second level. All right, I know Sewell's there too, but Sewell doesn't do much. That's all Shane Lemieux. He does a nice job sinking his hips there. A little high, but he does a nice job to try to sink his hips. Okay, get on him. Stay on him. Seal it. Touchdown. Oregon Ducks. Very nice job. Let's run this. All right, guys. We're going to do the last play here for Shane Lemieux. Third quarter. 4th and 1. All right, here he is, Shane Lemieux. Let's go through this here. All right. Big negative for Shane Lemieux, and this is one of the biggest problems he had coming out of college. One of his big weaknesses was not running the feet on contact, and I have a big problem with this. But it's something it's correctable. Okay, so Shane Lemieux he's nasty, he's big, he's used to just kind of mauling people and using his strength to overpower people. Okay, so here you see he's a little high. The defensive tackle right here kind of gets underneath him a little bit. So let's watch that. See how he's a little high. They're working the double team, and he's basically getting walked back. Okay, especially when this linebacker comes into the play, into that gap. Now he does a decent job of trying to pick him up. Okay, because Penei Sewell, the left tackle, is supposed to pick up that defensive tackle, and they're working a double team at that point. Okay, so he does a nice job of basically shield blocking him, like we talked about in that Matt Parrott video, just kind of getting in the way. All right, but they get no movement for two of the best offensive linemen in college football, arguably the best duo in college football at the left tackle and the left guard spot. They get really no movement on the first level. They're both a little too high. Shane Lemieux's too high. He's not running his feet at all. He's galloping. All right, so I want you guys to pay attention right here to his feet. All right, he kind of gallops, and that's how he gets over to the blitzing linebacker. He doesn't meet the linebacker. The linebacker gets to him. All right, so really poor job of driving the feet, moving the first level here. I don't really like this at all. So here it is again. Okay, you see the linebacker. They're not moving the second level. And yes, although it's a first down run on 4th and 1, he does a nice job of picking up that linebacker. But argument's sake, guys, let's say this linebacker then shoots in right here. Okay, he just happened to pick the wrong hole. Nobody's picking him up, and he may make that tackle, and they don't get the first down. It's a turnover. So it's pretty interesting. All right, so that's Shane Lemieux, guys. I know I showed you a lot of things I didn't like, but once again, this is his worst film. There's a lot of things to like about Shane Lemieux, so I showed you some good, some bad. However, I think he's going to be a fantastic pick for the New York Giants. This is all said and done. I like his nastiness. I like that he's a mauler. He's able to play multiple positions, although he hadn't done it in college. He's going to be able to do it for the Giants. I think he has the tools to get it done. I think he's going to compete for that starting center role. I think he's going to be the backup guard to Zeitler, who got banged up a little bit last year. He's getting older. Could be the replacement at right guard. So we'll see. But I'll be honest with you, the Giants have a lot of nasty when you talk about Andrew Thomas, Will Hernandez, and now Shane Lemieux. So this is interesting, guys. They have a lot of nasty guys in this offensive line, and it'll be interesting moving forward. So once again, that's going to do it for this edition of Call Him Hog Molly Offensive Line Analysis Breakdown. Once again, you guys can follow me on Twitter at MattG_ESM. Once again, that's at MATTG_ESM. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time.